What's up, everyone, and welcome to my second webinar, How to Make Friends in the US. Yes, friendship is a really important topic to us and to everyone else. So today, I, Professor Ivan Johnson, will give you some tips on how to find friends and how to stay friends with Americans. Shall we begin? Пожалуйста, подписывайтесь на нас на YouTube, и за это, если вам все понравится сегодня, вы положите сторис в Instagram, где вы отметите наш аккаунт marks.languages, вы получите полезность. Alright, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Ivan Johnson, and just like you, I was an average student until 2013 happened, and I won in the Flex exchange program, and I got to spend 1 year in the United States. I lived with an American host family. I went to an American high school. By the way, high school, its name was West Bend East High School, because I lived in West Bend. It's a small 50,000 people city in Wisconsin, or rather a town. And the school hosted like 2,300 students, which was a really big number for us and for the US as well. Also, I played chess in high school because our high school had a lot of teams in every sport, and I really liked chess. That's why I joined. And my stint at West Bend East High School was rather successful in terms of chess, and we even finished second in the regional tournament. My GPA was also really high for an international kid, 3.4 out of 4, which is not really that bad. All right, for those of you who haven't seen my webinar, these are the pictures of my school life. Talked about it previously already, so please go back on our channel and check me out for the first time. All right, on the left, there's me with my friends and my favorite class teacher, Miss LaSalle, and on the right, it's me dressed as a biker at the Harley-Davidson Museum. Yes, for those of you who didn't know, Harley-Davidson originally comes from Wisconsin. All right, for today's agenda, I will tell you how does your average Yank look, think, what he or she does, what's important to them, the difference, yes, there is one between what they say and what they mean. How do the Americans have fun and what they understand by that? And finally, something special. If you like everything I'll say today, then you might consider joining us. And for that, I will tell you what to do. All right, your average American from the really early age, like kindergarten age, is raised in the atmosphere of competence. Americans are taught to compete, just like us Russians. That's why we are often at odds with each other. Because Americans are Americans. Yes. Next one. Your average Yanks. I just put some pros and cons about them. So because of that competent spirit, Americans tend to have a really positive attitude towards life and have a strong sense of internal confidence. They can do something, they can achieve much, they can go forward. However, there is the second side of the coin. Because of that, many Americans are seen by other nations as arrogant. And it's a well-known fact that Americans don't really know much about other countries, about other continents. They only care about America. Also, neither plus nor minus. An American loves comfort in all forms. If only you knew how comfy was my dorm room. Oh my God, these mattresses, the pillows, the blankets. It's one of the reasons why you guys have to try and get to the American university. It will be comfy as hell. All right. An American finds it hard to say no. Well, not everyone. Here on this map, you can see the blue states and the green states, or as they labeled, the Midwestern states and the Southern states. Guys and gals, in these states, people will not say no straight up to your face. That's not nice, and Americans are taught to be nice. And they all appear nice no matter what. However, the folks from the Northeast and the West, cities like New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, are way more direct, and they will tell it straight to your face if they like something, and they sure as hell are gonna tell you something if they don't like. All right. Surprising facts about Americans. The first one, they wake up really early, and by really early, I mean like 4:30, 5:30, and they hit the ground running. What helps them, what fuels them is the Dunkin' Donuts. In my opinion, Dunkin' Donuts is way better than Starbucks. America confirmed that. So yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is the American fuel, not gas. All right, the next one. The Americans, as I have already mentioned, are trying to appear nice. However, it's just the default setting, and there's nothing really behind that. It's mostly superficial. I mean, the niceness is kind of fake, and you will feel that, but everyone acts like that. So yeah, so that's why a lot of people have a fake or wrong attitude about Americans, that they're always positive. No, they're not. It's just they're taught to behave like they are. All right. Your average Yank eats out a lot with his or her friends. When I say eats out a lot, I mean like at least 2 times a week. Where do they go? McDonald's? Yeah, maybe, but why do you go to McDonald's if you have like such a wonderful fast food chain place called Buffalo Wild Wings? Here you can see a typical serving of wings. There are like 15 or 20 of them. There is celery because Americans like to eat their wings with celery and some sauce. You can also see there is a whole bunch of sauces, like 15 of them, and they range from the sweetest one to the mild ones and to the hottest ones, like please. This will put some hair on your chest, guys, let me tell you. All right, and this goes kind of cheap. So for this kind of meal, you wouldn't pay more than $20. It would be like 15, 16, which for an American is fine. Your average Yank, just like your average Russian, loves free or cheap stuff, or as we call it, halava. Coupons. I was absolutely shocked when I bought an American newspaper, and on the last 2 pages, I found like 30 to 40 coupons, and Americans really use them at the supermarket. And everyone accepts it, and it's fine. No one will judge you for using a coupon. No one will call you cheapskate or cheap ass. All right. Your average American loves sport in all forms. Remember, I talked about the spirit of competence. That spirit of competence goes a long way. The most popular sport in the United States is football. Wait, no, that's not what we know as football. What we know in Russia as football is called soccer in the United States. And what they call football, we call American football. All right, for those of you who would never watch the game, go do so. It's a really complicated and challenging game, but it can get really interesting. And here you can also see the map of the United States, and you basically can see that every single state or 2 of them has like at least 1 or 2 teams, and the games between them draw huge crowds. A lot of bets are made, and Americans love to watch college sports even more than the real sport, the professional one. Why? Because the college kids, they're showing off before possibly being drafted by the main leagues, the top leagues. So they show what all they have. And there is always so much passion, so many emotions overflowing, and you can sense them. One of the most successful teams, I must say, is Alabama. Football down south is the second religion. All right, what's important to an American? As you all could have probably guessed, it's to live freely. Or what they mean by that is not being bothered by any restriction from anyone or anything. If you think that an American should live this way, throw it somewhere else. They don't need your opinion. It doesn't matter. Second option, beer. Beer is the national drink of the United States. No, not the pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. It's the beer. And how many different beer brands does America have? A lot. Wait, did I say a lot? I mean a freaking lot. One state can have up to 50 popular brands without counting the national, the federal one. And one more interesting fact about American beer is that for our taste, it comes out as really weak because most of the American beer has an alcohol percentage of like 2 or 3%, and the Americans are fine with that, while for others it's just water. All right. Americans speak differently, and what they mean does not always correlate with what they say. When they say, hey, how are you, what's up, they really mean hello, and don't you dare to answer how you really are. Don't do that. It will throw an American off. So what you do in that situation, you simply say, hey, how are you, back, and that's it. Remember, I told you that Americans are taught to be polite, or they try to appear nice. So when you're having a not so interesting conversation, but it's not so bad either, and you want to say, I'm going to go, but you don't want to sound rude, because for Americans, saying I'm going to go is rude. So that's why they created this beautiful, wonderful phrase. Let's have a drink sometime. Or, as they also say, we should catch a drink one day. It's a nice way of saying bye. Don't think of something special. When an American says friend, it means someone they know. You can see an American for 2 or 3 days, strike 1 or 2 small conversations, and that's it. An American would call you a friend. However, a friend, I repeat, is the person they just know. However, if an American calls you best friend, you should really be proud of yourself because you made it. Congratulations, good job. So best friend in the United States means the same in Russia when we say friend. One more interesting thing is that Americans, especially the Midwestern ones, tend to be ambiguous and unclear with their answers. So, for example, when an American says, yeah, no, they mean no. However, nah, yeah means yeah. Well, we Russians kind of know what's going on, aren't we? All right. When an American says for sure, they mean probably. Why? Because every American wants to appear confident, or they're taught to appear confident in order to be competent. So even if they're not sure so much, they will say for sure, so that they wouldn't worry and you wouldn't worry. And the beautiful, the sunny, shining state of California started with that word dude. With that word, they refer to anyone, boy or a girl. And right now, it's spread out throughout the whole country. And now your typical American teenager can use this word to refer to basically anyone his or her age. All right, I know what you're here for, the American parties and the way they party. Here are some tips for you how to have fun. First of all, I know back here we guys, we gals really like to dress for an occasion. Don't do that so much in the United States. Why? America started off as a rebellious society that rebelled against the rigid, the rule-oriented British Empire, and they just wanted to live however they want. So no flashy dresses, no expensive bags, no nothing. Don't bring them at the parties. Americans will judge you for so we know how rich you are. All right. And if you're invited to a big party, guys, the hosts of the party have to incur some costs. So please be nice. Bring something back. Americans like foreigners, but you know who they like even more? A nice foreigner who knows how to fit in. If you don't know what to bring beer. As I told you, beer is the national drink of the United States. And here are some brands for you, like Heineken, Guinness. Well, you've probably heard of these two. Corona, which is the Mexican beer. Coors Miller, they're native to the United States. All right, hope you understand. We go next. Here is the party, you're partying, you're having fun, you're drinking your Miller Lite. And there is the Katy Perry song or the Megan Thee Stallion song or Nicki Minaj song or anyone else. You want to appear even cooler? You sing along. So please learn at least some lyrics of the most popular American songs before going to the party, because when Americans get drunk, they like to sing together, just like us. But they sing the pop songs at the moment. Also, as the party goes on and everyone gets more drunk and drunk, please relax and call everyone mate or a girl. It's fine. It will not be taken as the offense. Everyone will understand why you're saying that, and that would be kind of nice, because by using these words, you will blend in. And here is the thing, here is the cradle of American parties. The beer pong, that's what you're paid here for, aren't you? All right, some of you might know what beer pong is, some don't, so I'll just give you a quick heads in about this. All right, a beer pong, 2 teams, 2 people or 1 person. You said 10 or 5 cups, however you want, and then you grab a beer, not the ping pong ball yet. You grab the beer, you fill the cups as much as you want, and then you grab the ball and you throw it at the opposite side. And if you hit the cup of the opposite team, the team has to drink that cup. Well, you can not only pour beer, you can pour some hard liquor. And believe me, with that, the game gets way more interesting. So, master your throws, impress Americans, win the beer pong game. Если вам понравилось все, что я вам сейчас рассказал про американцев, как найти друзей, как они веселятся, что им нравится, что им не нравится, и вы хотите узнать еще больше и улучшить свой английский, вознести его до безоблачных высот, пожалуйста, находите нас ВКонтакте, нашу группу Маркс Тим, Маркс Языки, и кидайте заявку. После того, как вы кинете заявку, пройдите, пожалуйста, вступительный тест, который подскажет вам, класс какого уровня лучше взять. После того, как вы сдадите тест, будет оплата обучения, и мы с вами начнем. Курс будет длиться 3 месяца. 2 раза в неделю мы с вами встречаемся, будут вебинары по часу-полтора, будет куча домашек между ними, то есть это где-то 8 заданий в месяц, 8 занятий в месяц, и заданий домашних будет больше. Домашние задания будут абсолютно разнообразными, будем писать, читать, говорить, штудировать грамматику, учить новые слова, и все это будет интересно. На выполнение каждого из домашних заданий у вас будет определенное количество времени, там 1, 2, 3 дня. Если за это время вы по какой-то неуважительной причине не выполняете домашние задания, одна из ваших драгоценнейших 5 жизней сгорает. Сгорит 5 жизней, мы будем вынуждены сказать вам 1. Очень жаль, но так. В середине нашего курса, то есть где-то в середине октября примерно, будет рубеж. Что такое рубеж? Мы просто проверяем ваши знания, что вы поняли, что вы усвоили за эти 1,5 месяца, и в чем еще есть ошибки, недочеты, и куда двигаться дальше. Here, you can see the course schedule for September 2020. In September, we'll be going over the conditional sentences, the phrasal verbs, the passive voice, the US political system. Yes, I will teach you even that. We'll also be talking about narrative tenses, how to use them, and there will be lots of vocab practice. All right. In October, business etiquette, must have today. Sports in the US, future tenses, participle clauses, you name them. All right, November, passive forms, American food, American dialects, infinitives, gerunds, and we will be doing the revision. All right, and as I've said, the price, 2,500 rubles per month, 8 webinars, 20 homeworks, your own private tutor, 24/7 support. We are here at your usage. Please don't be shy to text us. Don't be shy to engage in useful conversations with us. We're here to help. We are your best friends here. And how to make it to my group, let's say. As I've told, you passed the test, your test says C1. You should have a message saying granit. This is my keyword. Or you can use the QR code here, scan it, and bang, you're in. Good luck with that. And that's not it. If you guys will buy that in 24 hours as a gift, we'll give you something worth 7,500 rubles, but you will pay only 2,500. That's a nice bargain, don't you think? There will be the B2 Master Group course by our beautiful, magnificent Tama, and the special course on phrasal verbs for your personal usage. So please, guys, use your time wisely. The clock's ticking. And that's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.